Oh, hey, you. Yeah, you, the distracted one. Are you constantly on your phone that you're not enjoying, being around your loved ones or what's happening around you? Today's topic is on being present, the importance of that, the importance of us constantly being distracted by our cell phones and other stuff like that. So sit back, relax, enjoy this conversation on today's episode of the Bump Podcast.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Bump Podcast. I'm your host Shamir, here with my co-host and beloved brother Nabil.
Hello everybody. Does this man ever take a deep breath when he says it? Maybe he takes one deep breath and then he just goes.
Doing the Ace Ventura.
Basically.
Yeah.
All righty then. That's about it. But yeah, guys, here we are, another week. We're so thankful that you guys are able to join us today. What do our people need to do?
You guys got to like, comment, and subscribe.
That's right.
Subscribe.
And comment.
I always say like, comment, and subscribe.
No, I know. But you're emphasizing the subscription.
Yes.
But I'm emphasizing the doggone commenting because that's what also helps the algorithms really get traction.
And most importantly, turn on that ringle-dingle-dingle so every week that we post on Wednesdays, you guys know that we are active. You have to stop what you're doing and listen to the Bump Podcast.
That's right.
Follow us on all our social platforms. We thank you guys for tuning in.
We do.
Today, we're going to be talking about being present. Nabil came up with this topic. I think it's a phenomenal topic. For multiple reasons, but let's see what Nabil has to say, and we'll jump right into the topic.
Well, so yes, being present essentially in a nutshell is fully attentive to the current moment without distraction. Why do I bring this up? Because, and Shamir can elaborate more on this after I say my peace of mind, but I know, and you guys will agree to this, you might even feel attacked, but I'm not attacking you. I'm just trying to bring awareness. We're all constantly distracted and we're not fully present in whatever it is we're doing. For example, in this case, Shamir took his son and my nephew over to the theme parks over the weekend for the very first time. Yeah. Exciting stuff. But I was like, okay, well, how did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy, seeing his little face? Did he light up? Was he boo-hooing the whole time? Was it annoying you? Whatever, it could be a whole bunch of things, and you and everybody else that was present have said that you guys were constantly watching him and seeing his reaction and paying attention to all that stuff.
Yes,
I had to work, so I missed out. Yeah, but I was being sent photos and videos, and it was just so nice to see him just constantly smiling and everything like that. Because you don't know what you're gonna expect until you're actually there. And we've seen kids constantly go to the theme parks and they're crying, they're not happy, because they're young and they're they probably do their Pampers and stuff like that, so that'll trigger them, or they're hungry and that'll trigger them, or they're tired and that'll trigger them. And so you don't know what to expect, but when it actually goes better than you had hoped for, that's a win, right?
Right.
And also a lot of times, us having gone to theme parks pretty much our entire lives, something we don't take for granted, because we know for a lot of people it's a huge deal. People who only can come once in their lifetime.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of crazy to think about. Like, wow, you can only afford to come once in your lifetime. But yes, because travel is expensive. Bringing your whole family is expensive.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Food, airfare or gas if you traveled in car or whatever it might be, is a lot of freaking money. And we don't take that for granted. But my point is that a lot of times people tend to just constantly be so distracted by their cellular devices or tablets, or just kind of lost in their thoughts and their problems and stuff like that, and they're not able to truly enjoy what's happening right in front of them. And it's important that we talk about that here. I don't think we've really spoken about it yet here on the Bump Podcast, but so did you feel like you were very present seeing Malek's reaction to Mickey and all of that?
Yeah, man. So I was very there, especially because the sister-in-law was with us too, and the in-laws were with us, so I know they were going to take pictures in general and videos, so I was kind of like, okay, I could step away from all that and enjoy my son and my time with him. So that was one of the main things. But regardless, I knew that I wasn't going to pull out my phone as much. But yes, being able to see him, say hello to Mickey and get on the Dumbo ride, and It's a Small World After All. And he was just like, it was incredible because it's like, he's still in that phase of just like processing everything that's around
observing and taking it all in.
And seeing all the different little figures in that ride was just phenomenal. And because it's a boat ride too, it was awesome. So it's
so smooth.
He was definitely enjoying it. Yeah, he held on to the little, we actually got front row seats on the It's a Small World. So we were like right there. So, it was definitely awesome that he was able to see that. And just walking around, the park's so big, obviously. So, and walking around the castle and just everything in general was fantastic. He wasn't as annoyed as I think he was gonna get. He also took a good nap before heading to the park. So, it all worked. In favor. But it was I was definitely there, man, and especially because it's just like, man. When we went to MegaCon in 2023, when he was born, when we met Emilio from Mayans, so he said that, and it always stuck with me. Like, man, like you have to pay attention because the quicker they grow, like they're a constant basis. I go onto my phone and I'll like look at the videos and pictures of him and how he's grown.
He was a little peanut and now he's
So just last night I sent a video to my lady of me holding him when I could close my fingers, literally like this, and he
would fit in there
perfectly. Like I could wrap my fingers around him.
He was really so tiny.
Cute. So it's just they grow so quick. But our encouragement on this podcast today is be present, be there in family moments. I just saw the other day, it's crazy how the algorithms, like your microphone's always on. When you go onto your phone, people be like, it's crazy how this thing picks up on everything we were talking about. Of course your phone's on, right? But there's a picture where it says early 2000s or before, when people would sit in their family table to eat dinner, whatever, everybody would pray and talk and giggle, have a great time. Now it's like everybody's on their phones,
literally,
sadly.
We've all done it. No one's exempt from it. We've done it. Everybody does it.
But the main thing is to practice to
discipline too.
Be conscious when you're in important moments with family and enjoy them, because once they're gone, right now our mother-in-law is in Puerto Rico. Her grandma passed away, so
at 90
years old, something. Actually, I think literally 90 years old. So
good life.
Yeah, it was a good life, but she's no longer here with us. So our condolences go out to the family. But my thing is that, things don't last forever. And something I've noticed, this is a pattern on our podcast, is that a lot of people are disliking our videos that are being so realistic like this. Right.
It's to be expected when you don't have that discipline, or you think, we're just, I don't know, being fake about it, or who knows.
I don't think it's fake. You know what I think it is? It's just the newer generation is just like, these people are wasting their time. And the reason why I say that is just it's constantly the same amount of dislikes. It's constantly the same type of conversations where it's like we're trying to bring awareness and holding people accountable. People don't want that. But that's okay, because guess what? I know we're gonna go viral at some point, where those people that actually want it are gonna tune in and enjoy the podcast. You get what I'm saying? But I bring that to the topic today because people are just literally, pushing themselves away from the beautiful things of life. Then they're asking themselves, why are they so depressed? Why are they falling into all these temptations? Why are they falling into all these worldly things? And it's just like, you're not being conscious of the core that's bringing you to do these things. And you need to be grounded and understand that the world works in certain ways, and we have to be able to accommodate ourselves to those things, especially with nature. That's another thing I like to do at least once a day. Go outside.
Oh yeah.
Breathe some air. Be thankful and grateful for another day of life. I don't share this with people on a constant basis. I just do it, honestly. I don't call people and say, "Hey, I was outside earlier."
Oh yeah, no.
You know, that's a personal thing, but I do it because it's a good practice, and you feel good about yourself. You feel accomplished. Like this is what God wants out of us, man.
Yeah.
To be thankful, to be grateful.
I mean, there's so much beauty that surrounds us, so we have to figure out ways on how we can actually enjoy it, especially if we're feeling some sort of toxic feeling within us. We had a bad day, or we couldn't get enough sleep. You know, we received some sort of news that just didn't make our day or whatever. So what can we do to simmer down and calm down? A lot of people like to react, and they don't like to just take a beat and just breathe and, you know, decompress yourself a bit. Whether they're young or old, a lot of people just like to just react.
Yeah,
and
you know,
that's not healthy.
I was gonna tell you, last night I was talking to a homeboy, right? He just traveled out to Puerto Rico for vacation for the first time. Had a disaster. Supposedly he didn't like it. All types of things happened, but the way he was saying it was just very, very aggressive. Maybe other people would have felt offended about how he was talking about Puerto Rico and whatnot. And, you know, I kept calm. You know, I was just like, you know, it was. But, you know, I understand in certain aspects why he said what he said. But the main point is that something that I must say that we should stay present in is when people are saying offensive things or saying maybe hurtful stuff or anything in between those lines, that we pay attention how we're about to react. And even though we want to say something at times, we should stay quiet, because I'm gonna tell you what happened. It was something actually surprising, very surprising. Once I got off the phone with him, we got back on the phone like 2 hours later.
Okay.
And he's like,
I miss you, man.
No. He's like, man, hey, I'm sorry, man, for talking about Puerto Rico like that. You know, I didn't mean to bash the island like that. It's just I had really bad experience. I'm like,
how long were they there for?
Like 4 days. Over the weekend.
I think 4 days isn't enough Friday. Either, but
yeah, but I mean,
if in 4 days you had a rough time, dang.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it. You know, it wasn't enough time, but it was just enough time to say what he said, I guess, right? Yeah. And it's just, you know, maybe he encountered the wrong people. Wrong timing is what I call it. But what I'm trying to say is that when you stay calm and collective through the storm and through sometimes I would say people's ignorance, you sometimes reap something good, which is you learn how to be patient, how to be calm, how to understand people, respect people's opinions, and also
that's a big one.
And also the fact that he apologized, knowing that the way he was talking was kind of rough and abrupt.
That's maturity right there.
Yeah, I was like, man, you know, that was the reward of me staying quiet. And then I literally just ended up telling him, I'm like, you know what? Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody's entitled to talk. You know what I'm saying? I think the most important thing in life is not about who says more or who does more. It's about the way things are dealt with. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
you handle it.
You know, yeah, because if you're explosive, just like the other person is, this is talking about anybody at this point, generally speaking, you become aggressive because this person said something about where you're from or whatever. He's like, oh, I don't like your people or whatever it may be, and you just go off and start saying crazy stuff as well. It could escalate, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just
maybe
like
even ruin a friendship unnecessarily.
It could have been easily avoided. And then it's just like, listen, for me staying quiet the whole time, listening to the man noticed that I just stayed quiet. I didn't say anything crazy back, knowing him knowing very well that I could have said something.
Yeah.
I guess that gave him the opportunity to think more and be like, wow, I was actually, you know, he analyzed himself, you know, and that's why the friendships and the people I have around on a constant basis are people that I know that can do the same that I do when in a relationship or in a friendship, you know, that's
a good way of being present too, because that allowed you to just literally take it all in. You let him decompress like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, because probably he didn't have anybody to, he was with his girlfriend and that's it. But he probably vented with his girlfriend. But sometimes I feel like when people want to vent, they want to say it to more than one person. And the reason why I say that, I'm like that, I'll tell it to like 3-4 people around me. That it's not I'm looking for acceptance. It's just more like, I just want you to hear me. You know what I'm saying? And that's just life. Sometimes people, when we're coexisting with people, we have to be able to listen, but also to speak when we need to speak. Yeah. And that's what I've noticed of myself when I've evaluated myself. I just like to express myself to feel decompressed.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is.
Yeah. And that's super important to have in any kind of relationship. We have here a couple of things on how to be present. So you guys can put it into practice, take notes of it, whatever you'd like. Focus on your senses. Notice the taste and smell of things. Oh, that's a big one. That's a good one, actually.
Speaking of which, the senses. Disney knows how to mess with our senses. They have in every section. So the in-law was telling me that they have different scents up top of the roofs of the kiosks and stuff to like intrigue you. Like, wow, that's a good popcorn smeller. Wow, that smells
it's a great, I should say, business tactic.
Yeah.
So that way, every time you get off a ride or whatever, you just smell it. It's telling your brain, I should go get this. You might not even be hungry if you didn't smell it.
You know what I think is the most hilarious thing Disney has? Huh. You get off a ride into a gift shop.
Yeah.
Like, hey, make a purchase of this
smart,
fantastic ride. They're like, take a souvenir home, take something for your, like, bro, these people just make money. They just know how they're bankroll, bro.
Yes, they are so intelligent when it comes to that, because it's like, wow, that ride was so phenomenal. Hey, let me take this mug that reminds me of the ride, or let me take this keychain or whatever it might be,
t-shirt or hoodie or a hat.
But I'll tell you what, sometimes theme parks really does have some really cool merch, man.
Yeah, they do.
You just gotta have it. If you guys were to see my collectibles right now,
I feel like
let's just say, right.
It's a museum almost.
Well, it used to be. Now it's dwindled down a lot, but that's okay.
I think the detox definitely had a lot to do with it.
Well, yeah, but those are at home. Those are my babies. But anyway, practice breathing. People, we've talked about this a whole bunch of times. You inhale and then you exhale slowly. I mean, it works, but it's also allowing you to really collect your thoughts, and it's allowing you to truly relax so that you can, like his friend, call him several hours later and be like, look, I'm sorry that I said this and that. Right. That's maturity right there. I love that. Be mindful. Right? During breaks, close your eyes and do a body scan to notice areas of tension. That's important. Letting go of the past. Don't wait for the future. Just let go of the past. What's done is done. Yeah. You can't do anything about it, but you can certainly do something about the present. So there's that. And then, of course, be aware of your feelings. So notice how you feel as things happen. I think this is something, again, like what we've talked about pretty much in every podcast. These are tools that can help us. And you have to be willing to do that too. Because right now you could probably be like, Nabil and Shamir don't know what they're saying. Bunch of idiots. Stupid. Dunce. But no, dunce. The what's it called? The purpose of this, though, is in order for you to have lesser bad days, especially by the most minimalistic thing, These are different exercises that you can utilize to work. And we're not just saying it to spit crap out of our mouth, but we're saying it because we've put it into practice too. And we still try to do it every single day. Some days we'll have better days than others, but if we have these type of tools, this will help us have let's say if our day started off rough, well, we can hopefully end it, better than the way it started it.
You know what I like to do too with the phone, at least, if I'm gonna eat or something, usually like uncharge the phone as much as possible, knowing that
uncharge it? What do you mean?
Like, just like use my phone throughout the day, that when the important times come, it's already time. Like, oh, I'm at like 10% battery. Let me just put it to charge. And in those moments, those are important moments. You're just charging your phone or your tablet or whatever. And like, you're not, it's like if it rings, it's just going to ring. Well, I could call this person back or whatever. Like, it's not in hand's reach,
Yeah. For me, for example, dinner time is super important. So me and my wife, what we try to do constantly is keep our phones down. Sometimes I keep it away, but other times, like if I know if you're texting me and we're kind of swapping ideas of the podcast. I kind of keep it close, but for the most part, she and I are not on our phones. We put it down, like I said, and we're just constantly talking, and it works. It's a phenomenal thing. Actually, I got that idea from you years ago. You told me that it was like you and one of your exes or whatever that's what you would do. You would put your phone down. I'm like, oh man, that's really good. I'm gonna have to apply that at some point, and I did. And it's a discipline that just it's important. Just
imagine, like, you go on a date with a fine woman, or your woman or wife, or whoever you're with, and some people. This is what I've noticed, especially like on dates and stuff like that. Like,
people are on their phone during dates, bro.
Yeah, but like it's the fact of the matter is that everybody has different feelings, right? And everybody have different perspectives and views. So like that person that you're taking out might be like, this is the most important night of my life, or this is a very important moment in my life. And then for you to go to sit down and being ignored or not talked to or acknowledged because this person's on their phone, dude, like, that's horrible,
Yeah, that's terrible. Like, makes you feel like you're less than.
Yeah, like, it's like, wow, this phone's more important than me. And especially women, like, women will get to that point where they're like, well, hello there, I am here. And then, if you're not going to acknowledge me, then why are we even here?
Yeah.
Why are we wasting this money? Especially if it's an expensive dinner you're going to.
Well, some more fancy and nice.
And then it's like, I don't even want my cheesecake no more, because it's like, you're on your phone. I remember one time we were at Cheesecake Factory. Did I tell you about this? And it was this date, and it was like literally two, like, they're definitely Gen Zers for a fact. And they were texting the whole time. They weren't talking. They were texting to each other, and then they would look up at each other and like smile. Or like
you did tell me that.
I was just like,
and then at Cheesecake Factory, that's terrible. Yeah. It's an expensive meal, and then you're texting each other. I miss you. No, I miss you more.
Yeah, you look beautiful today. Now I'm telling you, I was just like, I could not believe my
stupid.
eyes. It's crazy, dude. Like, fantastically crazy. I cannot believe what I saw. But
no, it's like, is it hard for you to use words? Do you feel like you're gonna run out of breath? Huh? So that's why you're using your thumbs instead. Like, that's just pretty well. I don't know. There's a lot of stupid around, and I'm not saying that just to straight up talk trash. It's just some of the things just literally don't make sense. They don't add up. No. Like, I don't know. I could keep going on and on, but that's just a stupid one.
Yeah, I can.
Some people, I'll literally see them. They're texting, or sometimes I'll see families that they're at the restaurant and they're arguing about what it is that they're gonna order.
Lord,
I'm like, you guys have a whole bunch of options to choose from. Make a choice.
Yeah,
make a choice. Like, if I'm going to a particular restaurant, typically I know what I would want, but if I'm with my wife, for example, I'll be like, hey, listen, what is it that you want? And then we'll try to come in accord where it's either something that's big enough for the both of us, or we typically get our own separate plates and we'll share.
Right.
Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. Why is that so hard? Why do you have to complicate it so much?
I just feel like a lot of people nowadays, the more options you give them, the harder it is for them to think.
I mean, I guess.
It's like the Pepe's Cantina menu. It's got like 5 pages. That's overwhelming.
Yeah, that's overwhelming. Oh, even at Cheesecake Factory, they got that whole little spine book where you're just looking through.
You're through like 1,000.
It's like burgers, different Italian foods, different steaks, different chickens, and you're like, and then the desserts. You've got like freaking 20, 30 something different types of cheesecakes to choose from.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
No, it's wow.
It's incredible. It's not like going to. Well, I don't know if it's simplified or not, but let's say you go to Francesco's. It's a really great Italian place. If you guys go to the Winter Park area, check out Francesco's. It's so good. They should pay me for that endorsement.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. And they were actually voted best Italian restaurant of last year.
I saw the banner.
That's fantastic. It's authentic, as far as we know.
Making Italian food great again.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah. If you go to their menu, you just open it up. It's like your drinks, your several options.
Very basic.
You can kind of like mix a little bit if it's not on the menu. Yeah. So that's kind of nice.
They keep it
straightforward. Man, that's how it needs to be, plain and simple.
Yeah,
I love it. That's it. It's less of a hassle.
You got anything else there? Or?
Yeah, actually. Other examples of being present real quick, obviously just staying in conversation again, whether it's with your friends, family, your significant other, constantly just having conversation, or even in moments like, you know, oh, well, how's your food? Or, you know, whatever reason is behind you guys getting together, start talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're sitting in silence, you know, because let's say you're the person you're with is hurting in whatever way, grieving, know that you guys are in a spot that's actually going to uplift you both and not just kind of make matters worse.
All right.
Some food for thought there. Maybe do some type of a project, meaning like some sort of arts and crafts. I know that in the past, we've, my wife and I think it was either during COVID times or no, it was during, I think a hurricane season. And we stayed at mom and dad's, excuse me. And she went ahead and she bought some canvases and we started painting. And I was like, yo, this is kind of cool. So the inner Bob Ross came out of me that day. I still suck. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I didn't beat the devil out of the brush. That would have made a huge mess if I did that.
But yeah, that sip and paint we did too.
For his girl's birthday, like 2 years ago.
Yeah, something like that.
That was phenomenal.
Sip and like paint. Everybody was engaging. You're sipping on wine. We
had some good finger foods.
Yeah, just like in general, like things that are engaging. Like be engaging, like an engaging person, not a disengaging person by being on your technology or paying attention to other things.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's pretty much the kind of, you know, tie it in a knot, wrap it in a bow. You know, those are the things that you need to be aware of.
Also, let people know too, like what the activities or whatever is going to happen. Like, let people know what's going to happen ahead of time. For example, if you're saying, "Hey, let's go out to eat because I want to watch the football game."
Oh yeah.
Now, when I go to the bar or the restaurant with you, yeah, you will know, like, hey, I'm going to be engaging with you, but I'm going to be watching the game because I already told you, hey, I'm going to watch the game. So it's not
in the past when we've gone to things like that, like everyone's engaged in and talking about it. So that's still, at least you're still, you know, what's it called? And enjoying. Well, yes, interacting. I was going to say having moment of camaraderie and all that stuff. Right. Camaraderie, that's the word I was looking for. Everyone's pretty much on the same page when it comes to that stuff. Right. So, yeah, you're 100% right. Like, literally be straightforward of, you know, wherever it is you're going, why are you going there? If it's to watch a game or literally just, because they have, you know, the meal of the day is what I love the most. So I'm going to go and get that special. Things like that. That way no one's like kind of like, oh, I thought we were going to hang out. Instead, you're watching this game.
Right.
What the heck? You know?
Just be vocal.
Yeah. So and don't be lost in your own thoughts or negative feelings, right? So like, let's say, you know, you decide to hang out with, you know, whoever it is you're hanging out with, but you know that at the end of the week, you know, you're going to be short on paying a particular bill, your rent, whatever, which I've had that happen to me. Maybe be vocal and straightforward with whoever you're supposed to hang out with. Hey, listen, let's postpone this for another day because I feel like if we hang out today, you know, my headspace isn't going to be there. I'm not going to be present. I don't think we're really going to vibe out, and I don't want you to get mad at me, but I'm feeling like this. And maybe that'll be like, well, okay, I mean, let's just go out and talk about it, or let's just eat in silence, and I'm here with you. If that happens, then great, even better, because you know you have somebody you can rely on to kind of help you through those feelings and negative thoughts. So it's just all about, I guess, a form of being productive in a healthy way, mentally and emotionally, in order for you to kind of keep moving forward and being better and doing better. So this is something that was just, you know, in the forefront of my mind, and hopefully this kind of brings you guys up to speed on something new, something that is, I feel like, becoming more and more lost as the years go by.
Sure.
And people will freaking love you for being more present rather than being distant, because at that point, who wants to be with someone who's not around?
Right.
Whether it's literally or mentally, whatever, like I'm gonna go hang out with somebody else, you know?
Right, yeah. That's cool and is there.
Pretty much. So we're going to leave you with this, guys. The present moment is the only moment available to us. It is the door to all moments. So sit on that. We hope this was a informative and entertaining episode for you guys. Hopefully you guys were present from start to finish. Exactly. And again, put this out into practice, guys. Stay disciplined. We're here to support you guys. We know that you guys are here to support us as well. And we thank you so much for that. We love you guys. What do they need to do again?
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the ringle dingle dingle and follow us on all our social platforms. Thank you guys for tuning in. And it'll be until next week. We'll see y'all later.
Have a great week, everybody.